Hi, and welcome to the KentNow podcast. I'm Mayor Dana Ralph. In this podcast, you will hear from city leaders, city workers, and engaged residents. We discuss local news, current events, and provide educational and engaging content for the Kent resident who wants to stay plugged into our community. Thanks for listening. Now here are our hosts, Josh Mossberg and Tracy Taylor.
Headphone, microphone.
Hello?
I don't know what.
Oh. And welcome back to KentNow.
Hello.
I'm Tracy
Happy
Taylor.
to be back.
Yes, you are.
Episode 12, Tracy.
It is.
We've come a long way.
It's Josh and Tracy. And yes, episode...
And Tracy and Josh.
Mm-hmm. And episode...
And Kyle.
And Kyle. Oh, gosh, Kyle. I'm sorry.
Oh, geez.
Well, I mean, you are kind of stuffed in a corner.
It's okay.
All right. Well, Kyle just went on a bike ride.
I did.
Yeah. All right. I was just gonna go somewhere with that one.
But
Would you say you went 12 miles on your bike ride?
Oh, no. Maybe. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it is episode number 12, so I was finding a way to tie it in, but that didn't work.
let's just say he did.
Oh.
I like that. Good job on your 12-mile bike ride, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, so episode number 12, 12 months in a year, 12 release.
Days of Christmas.
Yeah, I like that too. Beatles released 12 studio albums. I know you like the Beatles.
I do like the Beatles.
Do you?
Why is it so surprising that I would like the Beatles?
Because that just doesn't track with you.
Great. Now everyone is going to think I'm a Beatles hater.
Do you listen to it on vinyl?
No.
Vinyl's the way to do it.
A music gatekeeper over here.
True. Yes. I love
Red alert.
There's something to be said about listening to music.
I have plenty of vinyl records,
Do
but
you?
not the Beatles.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your favorite vinyl record?
I like Pink Floyd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You impress me every time. We do have a fantastic lineup on KentNow today. We have some special guests. Josh.
I'm not the special guest. I'm here every week.
Of course you are.
But we do have some very special guests. Mayor Dana Ralph and our very own Kent Police Chief, Ralph Padilla, are joining us today to give you the inside scoop on some really interesting stuff happening.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about a couple of programs, actually a couple of special events. And Mayor just got back from a special conference in Ohio that she wanted to do a little update on too. So
Yeah, it looked like a good time.
absolutely.
I wish I could go to the little conferences. Not really. I don't know. Seems cool.
They seem fun.
I like the, you ever go to a I don't know. I feel like conferences have like such a unique feeling.
Sure.
Like it's like makes you into like a little elementary schooler again. Like
It's
everyone
It's an adult field trip.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
literally
adult.
an adult field trip.
Totally.
You get in your clothes that you want to wear.
The what?
And your
Clothes.
name, your badge.
I love that.
You have your little breakfast in your room and
Get
your
a
little
sack
schedule.
lunch.
Yeah, and you go down in your little group meetings. And
Listen,
I don't know.
I've never attended conferences before until just recently. I believe what people say about those, though. I mean, you walk away with a wealth of knowledge on certain things that you thought you knew everything about. You learn something new every time.
That's what we're about here.
Of course
in
it
Kent,
is.
Learning new things.
Absolutely. First off, we should congratulate our graduates of 2023. We have some graduations happening at Acesso Showwear Center coming up here in the next couple of weeks. All of the Kent kids graduating. Do you
Must
remember
be such a cool feeling. Yeah, I do remember what that felt like. You know, show up with all your friends, you're in your caps and gowns, parents are there, get your fun little money or flower necklaces with $1 bills or whatever.
You got those?
I got one of those. It wasn't a lot of money. So that was a little disappointing as a teenager. But there were those $1 bills, you know, and I was like, yay, I'll buy a candy bar or something.
Wow, I didn't even get that.
Oh. Well, that's depressing.
Yeah, my parents were not nearly as creative as the parents now, for sure. Do you remember your graduation?
I do. Yeah, I graduated from a super small high school out in North Mason.
Wow.
Yeah, it was at like the Kitsap Convention Center or something like that. Like my graduating class was maybe around 100 or something like that.
What year did you graduate?
07.
Oh my gosh.
2015?
Stop it.
I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess this is the time to tell you that I graduated in 1995. Huh?
95.
That was before I was born.
Before I was point. Oh,
Cool.
my Lord, have
Thank
mercy,
you.
Mossberg.
Thank you very
I
much.
wasn't even conceived when you graduated high school.
So, a little history
By the
here.
way.
I held.
Oh my God.
I was coordinating the 25-year reunion a couple years ago. I promised myself I'd never do something like that again, and I just got an invitation for another. I'm like, I'm not going. Would you go to a high school reunion?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm kind of wondering how that all works out. Like,
do you mean?
Is someone supposed to tell me?
Yes. Somebody will send you a message in some sort of fashion, whether it be on your social media or they will find you. They do. Trust me. I did this. I found everyone. All 354 people I graduated with in 1995.
That sounds fun. It'd be nice to see what everyone's up to. You know, how their lives have been.
I know. And some have been great and some
Probably not so great.
not so great. Yeah. It's definitely interesting. All right. And not only are we congratulating our grads, we're congratulating our dads too, because Father's Day
like
is
that.
right around the corner. Listen, I am full of them today. I hope you're ready.
Just on a roll.
I hope you're ready. So a very cool and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there too. Do you have a best dad joke? Wait, what? Best dad joke? You're a dad. Come on.
I do have jokes that my daughters told me.
Okay.
Like, what do you call a pile of kittens?
I don't know.
A mountain.
Oh, that's cute. A mountain. Congratulations to our Seattle Thunderbirds. They fell to the Quebec Ramparts in the championship game of the 2023 Memorial Cup. That was on Sunday night this week.
They had an incredible season.
They really
made
did.
some history. Made every Kent resident and T-Birds fan proud.
And Mayor coming through in the clutch, making it T-Birds Day on Tuesday when they got back from Kamloops. So it's very exciting. Congratulations to our T-Birds. We love them.
This last Saturday, Tracy, we had an awesome event at Kent Station. Kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. I don't remember if we've had anything like that in the past, but we had a Paw Fest. Super exciting. There were some dog agility trainers, some demonstration.
Yep.
Regional Animal Services of King County was there with adoptions, a lot of family, and Kent residents came out to enjoy some furry friends, some fun giveaways.
Yeah. And a big thank you to Kent
good time.
Station for opening up pretty much their property to everybody. All of those sweet little babies. There's a ton of pictures from Paw Fest up on our Facebook page right now.
Do check them out.
And still, if you're interested or you came down for a Paw Fest and you're interested in adopting an animal, you can send us a message and we will get you in touch with the right rescues. You okay over there?
It broke.
Clearly, we hear that loud and clear.
There.
Okay. Thanks for fixing it. Do I call you Tim the Toolman?
Tim the Two-Man Taylor?
Taylor. That's right.
Al was his partner.
That's right. Do you know who that is?
What do you think?
How can you not, though?
How do you not know
What is
Home
this from Home Improvement?
Yes. Look at you.
I watched that.
You didn't?
I did. A couple episodes.
Did you like it?
I don't remember.
Okay. All right. We've got a lot of jobs ready for you for this summer.
Yeah, Parks has several seasonal positions open. Just looking for people to be a part of some of our youth programs, some of our recreational opportunities with kids. So if you or someone you know is looking for a part-time job this summer and likes working with kids, this would be a great opportunity for you. You can learn more at our website, kentwa.gov. All right, today joining us first off for this special episode, we have Chief Padilla. Chief, how's your day going?
It's going well. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic.
course.
First appearance on Kent Now. Love it. Hopefully not the last.
Definitely not the last.
Of course. So, Chief, we are getting geared up for a lot of our summer activities. And one that comes to top of mind, I think, for a lot of people, because their neighborhoods are super important to them, is National Night Out. Is the first Tuesday in August every single year.
So National Night Out is a huge event. It started in law enforcement realms almost 3 decades ago and started as a small project and grew to a national effort. And so the origin of it was to get people out, to get neighbors to talk to neighbors. The philosophy behind it was that the stronger neighbors are connected and supporting each other, the stronger the neighborhood, the safer the neighborhood.
Sure, yeah.
Right. It's also built on a couple other premises that are important for law enforcement. One is just that community building relationship effort there, right? Getting to know who your officers are. They're not just these, robots in uniforms. They're real people. And those relationships matter in terms of trust, right? And also in terms of knowing who to call for specific problems, because we'll roll out our specialty units. The other part of it is that, let's face it, we can't do it alone. Law enforcement needs the community's help. And so the more they feel engaged in the public safety of their own neighborhoods, the more effective they can help us be. In fact, in a lot of cases, the more effective they can be in becoming that neighborhood where they have such strong support. They've done everything they can in terms of crime prevention that they really don't see a lot of problems because bad guys are lazy and they don't want to go there, right?
Right. I think there was one slogan, I think it was a couple years ago, was like, give crime a going away party. I think essentially that really just embodies what National Night is, or National Night Out is just because you're bringing your neighbors together and you're holding this big party. It does, in a way, kind of threaten criminals, no?
I would hope so, that they realize that when they see strong communities, it's a place that they're not going to be really successful at doing their work. A phrase that I've used for years is that when good people get together and talk, bad guys go to jail.
Yeah, so, I like that.
Yeah. So
to use that.
And so it really is true. I can't tell you in my 31 years how many times we've not had all the pieces to an investigation, and some person in the community will step forward, do the right thing, which, is not as popular as I'd like it to be these days, and help us get justice for a family, for a victim, for a community. So it's a real big deal.
Have you heard some successful stories coming out of National Night Out?
Well, we have been a success for a long time. So the program tracks, we submit data, the number of hosted events a city has. And so we're in the mid-sized city range, and we're rebuilding, retooling after the pandemic. But for years, we ranked in the top 10 in the nation for the most events.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Now, when you think about the diversity of our city, right, and the 140 languages, the impact there is huge. Additionally, part of what's great about National Night Out is that you can express to the officers who come and visit your event what's going on. And these officers will take notes. They'll make their little to-do lists. Everything I get goes into an email, and I disseminate that to staff. And so it's a real opportunity to get connected and start seeing resources that get driven your way because now we know about the problem. So, lots of good things come out of this.
Yeah, I know back in my hometown, while I was growing up, we had I think it was National Night Out. And I could feel as a kid at the time, or talking with my friends or seeing my parents and their friends and just the people that lived on my block, right? The amount of joy and community building and the amount of just the trust that's built, like you mentioned, I feel like it does do a lot more than maybe some people would perhaps initially think. Like when we talk about it as this fun way to interact with officers, to meet them, right? It really are those deeper, longer lasting relationship and trust.
If you think back of the years that you've done National Night Out, do you have one year in particular that really stands out to you and went, man, that was so successful, or that was the most fun?
Well, I loved when we were in the top 10, top 5 in the nation, right? A lot of work to cover that many events in one night. I don't have a year per se, but I do have some memorable events. I mean, we've had carnivals, full-blown carnivals,
really?
Clowns,
Stop,
dunk tanks.
really?
Yeah. We've had one neighborhood down in our Lakes area hired a mariachi band, and they were playing music. We've had all kinds of, we've had ponies. We've had people go all out, and it's just amazing to see. It's one of my favorite events, and fair warning, I always warn our officers, if you're watching your diet, you're probably going to have a hard time on National Night Out.
True.
Because the food is also an incredible part of this. Everything from hot dogs and chips to sit-down gourmet meals. And
wow.
We've had groups that have broken out white linen for their events.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bougie. I love it.
Catering ribs and you name it.
Sweet.
Wow, that's cool.
Last year, I went along for National Night Out, right? I remember there was this one instance where we were already there from the city, officers were there, and then a fire truck rolled up, and there might have been a little bit of this idea that like there's this rivalry, not like a rivalry, but
was there
was some there were some comments made but it was like in good fun.
We love our firefighters. We do kid a lot. In operations, we depend on each other, literally life and death a lot of times, right? And I always say that firefighters need heroes too. That's why they're police officers.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So we're going to pivot coming off of National Night Out. And if you want to know more about National Night Out, you can go to kentnow.gov and go to the police page. And then I believe it's the community education page there. They've got all of the information on how you can sign your neighborhood up. But there's another event that you do every year. And you do several of them. Throughout a couple of months or so, is Coffee with the Chief. Now, before I came to Kent, when I heard Coffee with the Chief, I kept thinking, oh, so he's just there drinking coffee and we just come and just kind of bug him for a moment and then we split. People actually come, have coffee with you and have like legitimate long conversations about things. So tell us a little bit about Coffee with the Chief, how important that is to you.
Well, anybody who knows me knows I'm usually walking around with a large coffee cup. So I don't want to discount the fact that I love coffee. And yes, there's coffee that we provide for those who attend. But at the core of what's important about Coffee with the Chief is the opportunity, again, to interact with law enforcement in situations that are not crisis-based, right? You've not called 911. You're not at an accident scene. It's just an opportunity to get together and a great avenue for getting a hold of resources and letting us know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of the business end of it, if you will, right? We bring our neighborhood response team officers who are our problem solvers. So if you got code violations, you have a problem house, you have racers in your neighborhood late at night, which we've been having, or maybe speeding going on, or maybe you need some traffic engineering help, or maybe you just want to tell us everything's going well. You had an opportunity to connect with the officers directly who can provide you the services. So that's a huge deal. On the other hand, it's also a great opportunity to get an update on what's going on.
Sure.
Not everything's crisis-based, right? So we'll report out on some of our new initiatives. Things like back in the day, I remember when we rolled out our drone program and our body-worn camera program. And people who attend these meetings get kind of a preview look before it's well known as to what's going on in the department. And then we do talk about what's going on with the state laws, some of the legislative impacts, answer questions about if we have significant crime trends going on. I'll probably take an opportunity to talk through that. There isn't a formal program per se for any of these, but we know what are some of the hot topics going in, and we prepare to speak to those. And then my favorite part is just catching up with people. We have a little bit of a following, and we would love to expand that, but we have a group of dedicated people who come to most all of these, and we're kind of like growing up, family, and it's a good opportunity to check in with them, see what the latest vacation trip they've gone on.
I love that.
How things are going on with their pets, you name it. So it's business, but also it's a good just opportunity for our officers to go and intermingle with the community they serve. And if I could touch on that real quick, that's huge.
Yeah.
It's easy in this profession, particularly like if you work nights or a lot of weekends or a lot of overtime, to kind of just, see world a little differently based on what you're interacting with every day, the trauma you see with some of the scenes. And this grounds my officers, right? Now it gives them a firsthand reminder of why they're doing the job. It's these people that come out and they love them, they need their help, and it's a good reminder why we wear this uniform.
I love that. So Coffee with the Chief is coming up on June 14th at the Panther Lake Starbucks, and all of the information is not only on the Kent PD Facebook page, but we've also got it on all of our other social media platforms too. Chief, thank you for being here and being a part of Kent Now this week.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
Mayor Dana Ralph, welcome to Kent Now.
Hello.
It's so good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we talked to Chief Padilla about National Night Out. We talked to him a little bit about a couple of other things. But one thing that I think is really important right now is to recognize our 2023 graduates. Do you have advice for our graduates, be high school, college, whatever they're graduating from? Some really good advice for them?
Oh, I think the best thing I can tell them is never shut any doors. Like, you've got a plan right now, you're graduating, everything seems like it's going to be laid out. That's not real. Go with the flow. And as opportunity comes, walk through the door, take a risk, take the step and say, you know what, maybe this isn't what I had in my plan, but it could get you somewhere. And I think that's the best advice I wish I might have had when I was graduating.
I think that's a great advice.
That is probably the best advice, because there are so many times, like friends, myself in my life after graduating high school, college, you think you're going somewhere, you think you're doing something. Life comes at you fast and you get an opportunity, something doesn't quite work out. Got to be flexible.
Yeah. And like I said, you just don't know, right? The thing that you try might not be the final thing, but it's going to give you some sort of skill or connection or person that's going to take you to that next step.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about the fact that you've been on the go forever and you just got back from Ohio and the mayor's conference. Tell us a little bit about this trip, this conference, and what you took away from all of that.
Yeah, so this is the first time I have attended the U.S. Conference of Mayors. Wondering what took me so long to get there. It was an incredible couple of days of just talking with mayors from all over the country, small cities, big cities, about the issues that we're all facing. Reality is, it's kind of the same everywhere. We've all got the same struggles, the same victories as well. And a really good opportunity just to network and learn from other people doing this job.
That's amazing.
Did you... No, not to get too unserious too quickly here, but did you get like a mayor's group chat going, like some mayor memes happening?
There was a little bit of that going on. We got one day I got in the elevator and the first guy's like, hello, mayor. And the next one, hello, mayor. And we sort of went around the room and everybody starts laughing and they're like, that feels like a Saturday Night Live skit. And, no place else in the world. Usually when I hear the word mayor, I'm like, that would be me. There, had no idea who they were talking to.
That's so funny.
So let's get into National Night Out. Now, we talked to Chief Padilla a little bit about National Night Out and pretty much the origin and what to take away from that as a neighborhood. But as the mayor of Kent, how important is National Night Out here in the city, and why is this important to you?
Oh, I love National Night Out. It is an opportunity for neighbors just to get out and hang around and get to know each other. Our lives are all so busy, and we go from garage to inside the house or in the driveway into the front door, and just don't take the time to hang out, to get to know our neighbors. We know that one of the things that keeps a neighborhood safe is people know who their neighbors are, who they can rely on. Hey, I'm going on vacation. Can you check my mail? All those kinds of things. And those relationships don't just happen by themselves, right? So National Night Out for a lot of neighborhoods can be the catalyst to get them working together. And I love just getting to go around and hang out with the neighbors in their natural habitat, right? Hang out in the driveway or the park or whatever it is and find out what's on their mind.
You've been doing this for a while now, right? Before, I imagine before mayor, while you're on council as well. Do you have any, I don't know, like a story or a situation or just a fun event that sticks out to you in particular?
Oh, my favorite fun event at National Night Out is something I got to watch. I did not participate in. We were up at the Bridges neighborhood up on the East Hill, almost there in Auburn, and they had a donut eating contest. So they had strings hanging from the playground equipment, and the donut was tied to the string. And our very own Assistant Chief Kasner, along with a bunch of like 6-year-olds. So you can think about how far he had to bend down to get to that donut. It was who could eat the donut first. It was the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh
That's
my
hilarious.
God. Is there pictures to prove
I
this?
think there's video.
Oh, see, now we need to find this video and post it up on our social pages immediately.
Absolutely.
I don't know how Kasner would feel about that one, but that's fine. We'll just post it and ask for forgiveness later, right?
There you go.
So there's other things that obviously the city are really involved in. And of course, it comes back to a program that you're so passionate about, and that's the Neighborhoods program. Now, Drinks in the Driveway, we kicked off last fall. We've talked about this multiple times, and we have so many neighborhoods that are interested in this. So tell us how important it is for you to get back into those neighborhoods again.
I think Drinks in the Driveway is probably the best tool we have for one-on-one conversations with neighborhoods, right? It's not through an email. It's not a voicemail. It's not a text. It's standing around with people, meeting them where they are and giving them a chance to provide us with the feedback on what they need, what's going well, what's not going so well, and being able to do that problem solving sort of in real time.
Sure.
And just also getting a chance to prove to people that their government is theirs. Like, I'm just a regular person, just like them, live in a neighborhood just like they do. And we share a lot of things. And I think that there's not any better format than this Drinks in the Driveway opportunity to just get people to be real and connect and know that they have somebody here at City Hall that really cares about them.
See, and I think that's super important, is the fact that all of the city leaders, including you from top down, are so welcoming and you're so engaging with people. They feel like, oh my gosh, they're friends, and they can talk to you like friends. And it's really cool to see you guys do this, especially with a lot of these neighborhoods, because they just really, really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, getting that people are like, oh, you're just like a regular person. Well,
Yeah, what did you think I was?
I was like, I don't know what else I would be doing. So I think that's a lot of fun. And just like I said, reminding people that I'm coming to work and doing a job just like they are.
What have you taken away so far with some of the visits that you've done with Drinks in the Driveway?
That I think overall people are, they're happy with the direction of the city. There's things that they're frustrated about, but getting to talk through kind of how we got here, what we're doing, being able to share that there are really steps that we're taking to make their lives better. I think just the whole process beginning to end is positive.
Yeah, there's no smoke and mirrors when it comes to this. It's legitimately concerns that you're addressing every single day.
Yeah, and it's all in real time, right? There's not. I think that's the other thing, is that they can see the level of sincerity from our directors. Our public works director comes out, the chief, or some of our assistant chiefs, and there's no. It's very real conversation, and I think that people appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would it be? You have this issue, right? You want to talk about streets, you want to talk about public safety, and like the person in charge of that for the city you live in comes to talk to you.
Nobody else is doing a program such as this. So I love the fact that you've really touched base with not only your residents and everybody involved. It's very, very cool. And the takeaways of watching everybody's face light up when you arrive and when you're addressing them and their concerns, it's really priceless.
Yeah. So to your point, when I was at the Conference of Mayors, this is one of the things that I shared with people, like, this is something we're doing in the city. I didn't have another single mayor say, oh yeah, we're doing something like that, or we're doing that same thing. So it was a takeaway for people all across the country of a great way to engage with their residents.
It's fantastic.
Love that. Kent leading the way again.
Yeah, of course. We're innovators here. That's all we are.
For sure.
Well, Mayor Ralph, thank you again. Is there anything else that you would like to touch on for KentNow?
I just say thank you to all of our listeners. Let people know there's a ton of stuff going on all summer. We're super excited. Very, very proud of our Thunderbirds. Got a chance to go up and watch them play a little hockey in Canada over the weekend, and excited that they are the WHL champions. So let's go Birds.
Well, Mayor Ralph, thank you again for being a part of KentNow.
Thanks, Mayor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we've got farmers market season right around the corner. As a matter of fact, the Kent Farmers Market starts up here on the 17th. Very excited to see the Kent Lions Club partner up with Living Well Kent and do some fantastic things here in the downtown corridor.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different this year. In the past, we had the Living Well Kent Farmers Market and the Lions. They were kind of separate. But this year, we have coordinated with them and work with them to kind of just like put it all in one. And kind of excited. It's going to be bigger, better than ever.
I'm looking forward to the fresh produce, because I live for fresh produce during the summertime for sure. Like beets. Do you like beets?
Beets.
Yeah.
Of all the things you could live for, beets.
Yeah. You
Okay.
don't like beets?
We don't judge. I don't know if I've ever consumed just a raw beet. Like,
I'm
what do you
not
do with
saying
it?
raw.
Do you like
Roast
juice it? Roast
You
it?
can juice a
I
beet.
didn't know you could roast a beet.
Yeah. Roast a beet.
What does that taste like?
Roasted vegetables. Or if you
I
were
can't
to
imagine it.
well,
you know?
I understand. I mean, they look like your hands turn purple after you handle them. It's very interesting how but they taste
Sounds like
delicious.
a whole experience.
Well, I'll just put this out there and maybe you'll try it someday. Roast the beets, make it with a balsamic vinegar and a feta cheese.
Oh my.
It's delicious.
We got real Italian all of a sudden. I wasn't expecting that. All right.
I live for roasted beet salads. Okay. We've got a lot of fun things with the concert series as that is back and better than ever. We've got it at Lake Meridian on Thursday nights, Wednesday nights, Wednesday days, the picnic performances at West Fenwick Park or Chestnut Ridge Park. Make sure you check your schedule on which park they will be at. Also, Kent Station. And Kent Station gets rockin' with some of those concerts too.
They do indeed get rockin'.
4th of July Splash is on the way.
Yeah.
Is it, Tracy, is on the way?
It is.
Where is it now?
It's a few weeks.
Just
It's a few
making
weeks.
its way here?
Yeah.
On the road. Getting there.
Coming to a park near you.
Right here.
Right
Okay.
to a park near you.
Yeah.
Lake Meridian Park.
Fireworks. Pew, 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 fireworks noises. At
Where? Yeah.
Lake Meridian Park.
Speaking of noises, where is our sound effects machine, Kyle?
So super exciting news. We recently announced our annual 4th of July Splash, Tracy. It's going to be happening at Lake Meridian Park. It's going to be a great time. We actually do have a city-sponsored fireworks show this year. So don't BYOF. No BY. No bring your own fireworks.
No, that's
'cause those
illegal.
are very illegal here. But yeah, if you want fireworks, come on out to Lake Meridian Park, city-sponsored event. There's going to be a lot of fun things to do.
All of the info about our Splash 4th of July event is right now up on our Facebook page, City of Kent. This weekend, you know how we talked recently about Jurassic Park and Jurassic World? I got a little more info about what's happening at Acesso Shoreware Center
Okay.
this weekend.
They're not live dinosaurs.
No,
I'm assuming.
dude. I'm so excited about this. Okay. They are live. They come to life in an action-packed live arena show. So they are animatronic and they fight. They fight.
Are they like full size?
Yes.
No.
They're huge. And then
That
they have
actually
the
sounds really exciting.
It's actually very cool. One of our coworkers went and said it was spectacular. They have like the vehicles from Jurassic World that come in and everything too.
Whoa. It's going to be a roaring good time.
I get it. I'm following now. I love that. Look at you. It's better than my rhyming.
People are going to be clawing their way in there.
Wow, Josh, look at you go. I love that. Throwdown also hosted by 100.7 The Wolf returns to Acesso Shareware Center. That features Tim McGraw, Russell Dickerson, Cassie Ashton, and Dalton Dover. That comes up on Saturday, July 8th. And I believe tickets are still available for that one too. Cuisines of Kent, live in person. No, I don't know.
That would be cool. We should do that.
I think that's a great idea.
Will we have Tobias there?
Yeah. Do we think we can get Tobias though to do
In
that
a full
live?
chef uniform.
Oh
with the
my
big
gosh.
white top hat.
Like the Swedish chef,
Yes.
but he's not Swedish.
But like a booth, we'll put him out in the middle of Kent Station and he'll be like narrating while he cooks something. I don't know if he can cook though. That's the only thing.
I don't think he could.
Or maybe,
mean-
he's like behind the scenes, like a live. Cuisines of Kent goes live,
On Facebook Live?
Yeah, like
With-
while behind the scenes at some restaurant while they're cooking something.
I'm actually for that. I think that would be kind of fun.
Could be cool. Tobias is very dedicated to you
Extremely.
and the craft of the cuisines.
Of course he is. I don't know where he's stopping next, but we have a couple of ones. One I think that I love the most is the Amante. He did fire tacos just recently. He did one that
He's done, I think recently he did Mediterranean Breeze. That was pretty good. After I watched that go out, I went to the restaurant, checked that out. It was
And?
very good.
okay.
Had some hummus, pita bread, some a kebab,
Really?
like a lamb, and then like a salad. It was pretty good.
Look at you.
I know.
Venturing outside of your norm. Josh, we talked about this a couple of episodes ago where we asked our people that were on Twitter and on Facebook what they wanted to see with KentNow, what they wanted to hear, what they wanted to see.
Did we hear from them?
We did.
Oh,
As a
awesome.
matter of fact, I pulled
okay.
some of the things that they had asked for in a podcast.
Let's hear it.
Pony Chick wanted to know if our podcast would be sponsored by Nuggets. Or do you
That's
think?
a real throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Lisa Martin Image says, I'd like to hear more about the Thunderbirds.
And we love the Thunderbirds. They've had a great season.
They really did. Dane Creek Photo wants to hear more about Retro Emporium Kent.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe we have them on the show.
That could be cool. They got an awesome business in downtown. They have all kinds of cool stuff down there.
Of course. Ava says, I'd like to know more about the comms team. A little bit of behind the scenes would be great. All right.
What do
And
we
then,
got? What can we say for that?
I mean, there's a lot of us. I mean, we've got all special, unique talents on the team. You know, some of us are better at social media than others. Some of us are better at photography. Some of us are better at audio than others. But we collectively work very well together. So there you go, Ava. That's what you heard on Kent Now about the team. Natron Jones wants to know more about real employees, like the real dirt. What goes on under the hard hats, inside the cop cars, and around the parks of Kent?
Wow. Sounds like it'd be really some hard hitting
It is hard hitting.
inside knowledge there. I don't know. Yeah. So I do have some dirt for you, Ava. Last week, let me lay the scene out for
Okay,
you here. All right.
please.
I'm coming
yeah.
into the office. It's the morning. I'm tired. Haven't had any coffee yet, but I remember
Okay.
my special summer edition Red Bull is waiting for me in the fridge, calling my name. And so I get there all excited to drink my Red Bull, open the fridge, Red Bull's not there.
Stop it.
So here's what I'm thinking, Ava. I think I need to launch a full investigation.
I agree.
Into the Red Bull drink. That's the dirt right there. That's the inside scoop. We have a Red Bull misplacer. Maybe they thought it was theirs. I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Okay.
However, I was very disappointed and sad. And then I got in the fetal position under my desk in a corner and cried for 2 hours.
I would
after that.
too. I mean, especially if I'm tired and I was looking forward to my Red Bull.
Yes.
So I will make sure that we get Sherlock Holmes on that one.
Please do.
And,
Immediately.
and maybe some of the detectives here.
Yeah, the detectives unit needs to get on that.
I agree. So I will reach out to them
Priority
and
one.
have them question you first, and then we will go from there.
Okay.
Jason says that he'd like to hear more about the hot clubs in Kent, like a dance club.
Do we have?
I don't know of any in Kent. Do we
The
have?
Lions
a
Club is pretty hot, you know?
I don't think we have any.
We used to have. Okay, this is dating me. You ready for that? HD Hotspurs. Are you familiar? Do you know if I say that name, does that not ring a bell?
Not at all.
Okay, so I believe it is, or it used to be by the Goodwill in that little strip mall there. And yeah, HD Hotspurs.
What exactly is that?
It was a dance club, like a bar dance club kind of a thing. So way back in my radio days, we would like do a night there and everybody come out and go dancing.
That's cool.
I know there was like that country club thing. for
There's a
minute.
country club?
Yeah, well, it's not like a country club, like a golf course, but like the country, you know, the line dancing and
Right.
all
Country
that.
music club.
Country music club.
Country
Yeah, sure.
Music Club. Got
I don't
it.
know if
Okay.
that counts or not.
I
I don't
love
even think
I
it's still
feel
there.
like it counts, yeah.
There's Allegro.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, because they're all dancers there.
I mean, that's a dance academy.
Well, are
Right.
they human or are they
Does that count?
dancers?
Abigail says, local lore, please. Any unique ice cream flavors? How about local myths and infamous buildings? Can we talk more about those?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of history here in Kent that we have access to. We post about it on our History of Kent series, so we could definitely pull some of that. Maybe do a little topic of discussion each week where we pull some lesser little known fact or
I kind of like
fun
that.
thing.
Yeah.
I like the lore of Kent. That sounds cool.
We should do a
make that a new
ghost
segment.
hunting episode.
Ghost hunting.
Oh, I would love that.
That would be cool.
I'll just carry all the gear and we'll just go creep around.
Nice.
I think that would be great. Can then we put it all in like little pockets and you'd wear your cargo pants with all of the pockets?
Wrapped in wires.
Totally. I love that idea, Abigail. Abigail. And then Luciana says, I'd like to hear more about children's programs, and of course, more of you guys.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, we have plenty of kids programs. We can maybe plug a little bit more some of our parks programs. I know that I think Kent Parks youth soccer registration just opened up. I will say that probably the best place to consistently get information about that is on social media, but we will try to talk about that more here.
Absolutely, because episodes are every other week, and we love being able to bring you the information for that. So thanks to everybody that participated and wanted to know more about Kent Now and what you wanted to hear on Kent Now. So we will definitely put this into our planning meetings and start plugging in some of your ideas. So we greatly appreciate that. You know, one thing that is coming up in July, I know I'm thinking way ahead, Josh.
Yep. This is going to be something new for the both of us. Going to be kind of a unique take on things. We are actually doing something pretty exciting, aren't we, Tracy?
We are. As a matter of fact, we are announcing the Corn Days Parade. Thanks to
Wild, right? How did that happen?
It's like, where did this come from? Well, first off, thanks to the Lions Club for letting us do this. We're very excited about that. Kyle, you get to do it too.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just learned about it just now.
Just now. Yeah. Well, you're going to be a part of it. Well, you
I
are
will
going
be
to
a part of it.
You
yeah.
are a part of it.
Yep.
So, I mean, you are a part of the show.
Well, yeah, there's a new, well, yeah.
So it's going to be a pretty good time.
True.
We're going to be chilling up in the courtyard.
Nope. We're actually going to be down on the ground this time.
Down on the ground.
Yep. Right along the parade route in our courtyard at City Hall.
Yep, that. And so as the floats come by, we're going to be checking them out, describing them, maybe cracking some jokes, saying some fun stuff. It's going to be a good time.
And some great interviews too.
Ooh, yes.
We will have some great interviews. So
we're going to be like, sir, why did you choose to cover your float in bananas? And then we'll get to learn all about that.
Bananas.
Yeah.
That,
I was going to say corn, but
I mean,
everything's already corny.
Correct. Well, true. Very true.
And we'd love for you guys to come out and join us.
Because we want a live studio audience.
It'd be pretty exciting. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Just the whole...
Kit and caboodle?
What is that?
Cat food.
No, well, no. Kit and caboodle. I
is
mean,
that one
it's
of your
like...
phrases from the 1950s?
It is one of my phrases from the
Okay.
1950s. It means the whole darn thing. Kit and caboodle.
The whole
I
thing.
feel like you have
The
just a
whole
little
shebang.
book of those that you just whip out, you know?
I am old.
No.
Okay.
You just got old stuff to say.
True. How about this? I'm an old soul.
Let's go with that.
Okay. I like that pretty good too. Anyway, looking forward to it. Thank you to the Lions Club for asking us to be a part of Corn Days and announcing the parade. So we're excited. All right, let's wrap it up. As Kyle drinks his water.
I'm going to be like, Tobias. Yeah. Thank you again for joining us for another episode of Kent Now. I hope you enjoy. Boop, boop.
That
Beep,
too.
boop, boop, bop.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba.
Beep, beep, bop. Boop, boop, bop.
Whoop, whoop.
Thanks again for joining us for another episode of Kent Now. Hope you enjoyed the conversation between Mayor Ralph and Chief Padilla. Tracy and I will be back in your ear holes in 2 weeks
We're
for
going to
another...
wait, what? Hold on. In your what?
in your headphones
Right.
for another episode of Kent Now, episode 13. So join us and
We love you.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Headphone microphone.